IT&E.
All right, everybody, hello and hafade. Happy holidays to you and your family. I'm Jason Salas, and this is KM News Extra. We are ending our work week on a stupendous note because we are talking to some new friends from UOG about getting young people on island involved in science, technology, engineering, and then mathematics. So you can tell I am stoked about this topic. We have Camille.
Hello.
Hafade, Camille.
Hafade.
And her twin sister, Carla.
Hi, thanks for having us. I know.
Certainly you guys have been used to this all your life, but a real treat for me. And then we have Ed. And
hi.
Thank you so much. And you guys are actually involved in a very appropriately titled organization. Tell me all about the project you guys are working on.
Okay, so we are part of University of Guam's Cooperative Extension and Outreach Guam Genius Program. So Guam Genius Program is actually a spin-off of University of Hawaii's Genius Day program. It was piloted by Jim Hollier, who was the former Extension Associate Dean, and Dr. Anya Vichorik, the director in University of Hawaii. So basically, Guam Genius is a 7-week exploratory program where we expose students to various scientific disciplines through hands-on, thought-provoking, and engaging activities and experiments. And our goal is to foster critical thinking skills and build an overall passion for science that will hopefully inspire them to pursue something in the sciences.
Okay, now Carla, I'm curious about how you guys are actually approaching getting young people interested in science, thinking algorithmically, figuring out how to solve very, very difficult problems. Because when I was young and I was in school, and I'm an old dude, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm old as dirt, right? No. It was basically just a scientific method in saying, come up with a hypothesis, come up with some sort of, hopefully, solution, test, evaluate, and everything like that. How are you guys approaching the problem now?
So what we try to do is we try to think of topics that children would be interested in. They're generally topics that they would learn at school, but then we elaborate on them some more. So then, for example, we did a space
We did a space module. We had students learn how to make a space bubble out of household chemicals called sodium alginate and calcium chloride. And they were able to make actual space bubbles that they could potentially use in the future. And so one thing that's, I guess, that sets Genius apart from other programs or from any kind of program like so is that we're not textbook based. Yeah. We're hands-on, experimental based, kind of like what Camille mentioned earlier. And so rather than reading about experiments or reading about these things in a textbook and then they're kind of just doing the activity, it's more of, here's a short excerpt of what we're going to do today, and then we do the actual experiment hands-on, and we actually walk them through with it. So I guess that's what the kids enjoy more than just the textbook.
So it's more practical learning.
Yeah,
it's more
practical and it's constant engagement. So we want our kids to be more hands-on with everything because they learn a lot more and it's easier for them when they get to play around with things.
Because I know, and when we say kids, I mean, I even see like 3rd graders now and they're doing robotics.
Oh, yeah.
And I work in tech, and like me and some of my colleagues, we only started doing that like 6-7 years ago, and these kids are like, "Oh, check this out!" I was like, "Really?" Okay, I got to find something different to do now. Okay, how young are we talking about? How young do we start these kids, having a love of science?
So our program, we've been offering it to grades 4 to 6, but 2019 is a big year for us because we're expanding to include grades 1 to 3 and 7 to 9. So we want to actually engage our kids in sciences as young as we could get them. So grades 1, I would say it's actually pretty young to me. So as young as we could get them, I think that's the great start is to have them when they're young.
Okay, let me hold all of your feet to the fire, and that's 6 feet right now, right? Have you guys always been passionate about science, about math, about doing, locking yourself in a room for 4 or 5 hours and saying, I did this cool chemistry experiment, or I, derived pi to 9,000 digits. Because if you're a geek, that's a great way to spend a Saturday. But have you guys always had the passion for science?
We have. We graduated in a bachelor's in biology. So
yeah, actually work for the College of Natural and Applied Sciences.
Okay, so you guys know how to party. You guys dissect earthworms and all that fun
do.
stuff.
yeah,
right?
that's fun to us.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, some people hang out at the beach. Other people, you know, want to see what the inside of a frog looks like.
Yep.
Nothing wrong
That's
with
us.
that. So based on that, and based on you can, you know, speak from where you came. What got you started in science, and what words of wisdom do you pass down to young people and say, this is why I like this kind of stuff, and this is where it's taken me in life?
Well, for me, I got caught by the science bug when I was in the 6th grade. I remember taking my first biology course. This is the first time I got exposed to actual science experiments that I was doing myself. And so that experience is what kind of got me, okay, this is something that I can see myself doing more and more in the future. And then ultimately, a couple of years down the road, I'm at UOG. I'm graduated with my biology degree and working there now doing cool science stuff that, you know, the students, that I'm eventually passing down to even the college students now. So it's pretty cool.
Very nice. Well, thank you so much, each of you, for
Thank
sharing
you.
your passion and for doing this wonderful thing. Where can people find more information? Can they go on social media and find more?
Yeah, so you could, on our UOG CNAS College of Natural and Applied Sciences Facebook, you could actually find it there. But you could also contact us at I'm Guam-Genius at triton.uog.edu. You'll be contacting me for more information, or you could also find it at our CNAS